Today we have for review one of the most affordable quads on the market. I'll show you what these machines are really capable of. Let's meet our quads, Wels Thunder 200. And, wait for it, a real off-road monster, breathtaking Wels Evo. Let's go! Hi there, as usually it's me, just a voiceover, you're watching Review Machines, and as I already said, we have today the most affordable quads on the market. The other day we made videos on this topic, they turned out to be quite popular, so we decided to continue the theme. We chose two quads that are sold under Wels brand. These are Chinese ATVs that have both low price and decent quality according to some feedback. We took 200cc quad, and it's interesting to test this mini quad 110cc. Well, it's going to be an exciting day, so get comfortable on our quads, my friends. It's time to begin. Wels Thunder 200, one of the most popular model. It's rather compact. It's 165 cm. My height is 190 cm, and there is enough space for me. The weight is 150 kilos. The weight of the quad, I mean, not mine. Carrying capacity is also 150 kilos. 200cc engine, 1-cylinder 16 HP 4-stroke, as usually CVT, the rear chain drive, mud tires. But the bed locks are fake. There is an electric starter. Let's listen how it sounds. It's rather quiet, but when you push throttle, it's loud. But not annoying. Besides, there is also a manual starter. Looking at this quad, you can think it's just a kid stuff. But appearances are deceiving. Do not pay much attention that it's tiny. In fact, it's a real ATV, but quite a compact. And our rider seems to be a bit large for this quad, but he feels comfortable. The weight of the quad is 90 kilos. The carrying capacity is 80, so the rider with his 75 kilos is suitable for this machine. By the way, there is a serious 7 HP engine, 110cc, and the rear chain drive. Well, there are some more details, but now I want to start our test. Let's go on asphalt first of all. The first thing I noticed, that both quads are pretty swift on asphalt. Actually, it's not a face smashing speed, but the acceleration is really decent. By the way, the fuel consumption of such engines is rather low. For example, 200cc it's about 4 liters per 100 kilometers. 110cc engine even less. But you should know that it's not allowed to use these quads on public roads. Surprisingly, our tiny off-roading monster keeps up with his older brother, despite it 2 times smaller. Well, it seems we need a drag race.
Внимание! Марш!
As we can see, the little one is not much slower, so it's interesting to check their maximum speed. We are cruising now at a maximum speed on 200cc model. It's driven quite well, but there are some vibrations on the handlebar as you can see. And the result is 62 km per hour according to the GPS speedometer and 69 according to the dashboard. So the true is something between probably. Now the little one. Frankly speaking, we have here more vibrations, and the engine is crying loudly, but the maximum speed is really impressive. 58 km per hour by GPS. Now you understand, it's really not a kid stuff with such a speed. But it's worth mentioning, there is a speed limiter, so you can adjust it for your youngster. And now I want you to show some more details in the construction. Both quads are equipped with such auto start and alarm system. You can start the quad with a remote controller or shut it down. Besides, there is a search mode to find your quad in a forest, if your memory serves you badly. And finally, there is an anti-theft system that also may be quite useful. Then I should mention disc hydraulic brakes. The ignition keys don't graze against knees of a rider. The display is surprisingly good, it's big and bright. Besides, there is hidden buttons that you can press in glows. The suspension is pretty standard, independent system at the front and single spring from behind. The little quad also has the same auto start system. By the way, the handlebar and all the controls are tiny to make them more comfortable for youngsters. The suspension is also the same, and I think we've covered all the details. So let's try our quads on cross country now. It's a lot of fun to sweep through the forest roads on this quad. Definitely these machines are cut out for that. These quads would be great for not very distant travels, to go fishing and hunting, to do some work in a country house. Speaking about the suspension, I think it's rather hard for me. It's better to stand on a quad when crossing some roughnesses, but it may be softer under load. And frankly speaking, it's no wonder the suspension is cheap. The whole quad is cheap actually, but we will speak about the prices a bit later. As to the little one, our rider shows us almost the same performance as his big brother. I would say if your child is between 9 and 12 years old, he will be delighted with such a toy. I could only dream about such a quad in my childhood. But to tell the truth, I think this ATV is equipped with an excessively powerful engine. 110cc is too much for this tiny quad. By the way, there are some more peculiar details in the construction. Let's check them. There are front and rear trunks covered with robust paint. There are power bumper at the front, plastic covers for hands. Let's turn it upside down. Here we see a lot of steel tubes to protect all the gears. But I noticed that the chain is protected by plastic cover. It's an obvious flaw that will be broken off on the first serious obstacle. Headlamps with additional lights are pretty decent. A little one also has a metal protection from bottom, and the chain this time is covered with metal tube, as opposed to the bigger quad. There is also a power bumper, trunk and decent lights. It seems to be seriously equipped. Nevertheless, on offroading we will test only 200cc model, cause it would be too hot for tiny quad. Speaking about the offroading test. Now you see the conditions that are quite suitable for this quad. Some dirt and puddles, no problem for this ATV, just put on a proper outfit not to be soiled. I wouldn't recommend trying to get over more serious dirt. It has just a rear drive as we remember. Well, as to me, of course I will try on hard offroading. It's almost dark outside, but we have a decent headlamps, so let's go. The rear axle doesn't have a differential, and the quad is rather light, so it goes quite well here. But finally I managed to get stuck in a rut. Thanks it's lightweight, and I am able to escape from rut just on my own. Generally speaking, we have only one thing to discuss – the prices. As I said, these quads are ones of the most affordable models on the market. A little quad costs about $1,000, and the bigger one costs $2,500. And now let's call it a day. Thanks for having a ride with us, my friends. Please consider subscribing the channel if you liked this video. There will be many more interesting materials here. Goodbye.